Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob Sutton. We're back here with another video today. Today we're actually going to talk about bone conduction headphones and why they might not be for me. So let's get at it. So recently I got in this pair of bone conduction headphones to review on Bike 198 because in theory bone conduction headphones are actually supposed to be really good for sports like running and cycling. See, here's the thing, it can be kind of dangerous to be out on the road and not be able to hear your surroundings. So if you have earbuds in and you can't hear cars coming up from behind you or anything else around you, it can be a problem. And also a lot of my riding friends will agree, when you're out on the trail and you get stuck behind someone with earbuds in and they can't hear you say on the left trying to get around them, it could be rather annoying. So headphones like this can really have their purpose when it comes to sports and other activities where you want ambient sound. So what exactly are bone conducting headphones? Well, they work by sending waves through your bones directly to your inner ear, bypassing your eardrum altogether. This means that you can still hear the world around you while also listening to your music or taking a phone call. So, like I said before, the main theory here is that you don't have something in your ear and they're a lot safer to use for activities where you need to hear ambient sound around you. And one more benefit that is good about these headphones is that they're a lot more comfortable for long-term wear. If you're going to be out for several hours on a ride or a run, you don't have something in your ear and you don't get ear fatigue over time because there's not something plugged into your ear while you're listening. And bone conduction technology is nothing new. It's been around for a long time, but it's making its way into headphones now because it's getting to be a lot smaller and a lot cheaper, which allows it to work on this kind of platform. So why might these not be a good fit for me? And one of the things is kind of a really big deal breaker for me, and that's vibrations. When you're listening to music, if you listen to really hard-hitting music, you can get a lot of bass drops and bass drums that you'd like to hear that create a lot of punch in the sound. Now, since these are actually making vibrations that go through the bone and into your inner ear, they actually shake with every single bass hit. So if you turn up the bass on these things, you actually feel the vibrations on the side of your head, and it could be rather distracting. So when I'm out running or riding my bike, I don't want anything distracting on my head while I'm riding. Now, if you're listening to music that's mostly just vocals, or you're listening to a podcast, or you're on a phone call, this really isn't gonna be that big of a deal because you're not getting that kind of 120 hertz range and below in really hard-hitting fashion. But when you are getting it, it really does vibrate on the side of your head. Now, the other thing, and this is a problem no matter which headphones you buy, I find that these don't fit me as well as earbuds do. And the reason for that is I kind of have big ears that stick out a little bit, if you don't notice. So there's a lot of space between the back of my ear and my head. So when I'm actually out riding or running, these tend to shake a little bit because they're not as secure. Now, for normal sized ears that are a little bit closer to their head, it's probably not a big deal at all. But for me, between the vibration and the shaking of the headphones, I can find them to be really distracting. And on the subject of movement, if you're someone who tends to sweat a lot, and I sweat a lot, when you're out doing activities and you're doing stuff like running or you're on a mountain bike trail, they have a tendency to swivel down and then the band hits your neck. So when you start to look up or to the side, it actually moves the headphones on your ears. So that's something to keep in mind as well, as there is more weight on the back that creates leverage and actually causes these to rotate on your ears at times. So at least for me, I tend to like earbuds that have an ambient sound mode, or even like these other Sony earbuds that I reviewed on Bike 198, which actually have a hole in the actual unit itself, but then those also run into fitment issues with different kind of ears too. So what I'm finding is there's no like perfect silver bullet when it comes to earphones and activities. You really have a trade-off one way or another depending on your ear size, the music you listen to, and your comfort level. So guys, I want to hear what you think about bone conduction headphones. Are you using them now? Do you like them? Do you find them to be distracting? Hit up the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to Rob Sutton for more videos like this in the future. And until then, on to the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.